I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. I'm going to be doing a midweek twin flame reading. I've already shuffled the cards, and I'm going to lay them out now, so it might take about 5-7 minutes if you want to skip ahead. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we have divine feminine, divine masculine, and the union energies of the recent past, which was about last weekend up until Tuesday. Then we have the current energies, which are for today and tomorrow, today being Wednesday, January 24th. And then we have the upcoming weekend energies. And these are energies that can be plus or minus a few days. So how the feminine has been feeling the beginning of the week is the High Priestess and the Empress. So very much on top of her game. Excuse me. So the feminine is in her power. She feels she can manifest anything. She's highly intuitive in embodying her 5D self. There's been a lot of energies coming in recently, even now. And the divine feminine is owning it. How do you feel about the masculine? Like the masculine has everything going for him. And now he has to decide that even though he's happy with where he's at, that he might have to make a change, you know, and he might have to get out of the comfort zone a little bit in order to make this change, and kind of have struggling with leaving behind the comfortable life he has now, or that he doesn't even realize how good his life can be compared to where he's at. For the union energies in the beginning of this week was kind of confusing. I can see that the divine feminine was very confident at the beginning of the month, and then the divine masculine was very confident at the beginning of the month, and there were a lot of things happening in steps. It was almost on a weekly basis. Things were happening very quickly and rapidly in steps. And these things might have been, they're behind the scenes, so it might have been your divine counterpart doing this, or yourself without your counterpart knowing. And it could be as simple as a choice or a spark of an idea, but that's all it takes to have everything change. How the divine masculine has been feeling towards the feminine is again in his head. Like he wants to come through with the truth, but he's worried. He doesn't know how to. He's nervous. It's a big deal. He knows that he has victory here. But in order to finally come to union and have this wonderful change happen in his life, he's had to deal with a lot of things in his mind that have also shown up in his external world, and very suddenly. Okay, so in the recent past, there's another sudden upheaval. There's something happened that was a big deal. I was going to do a couple of readings in between last week's reading and this one's, but although I showed an overall great week, there was something that happens, and it could be something that seems very small, but it's a big deal, or literally something like slapped you in your face, that kind of a change happening in your life where you stopped a very bad habit, an addiction, I don't know, drinking, smoking, leisurely having too much, sex with people that you may not have any connection with. It just, whatever your addiction was, you had to deal with it suddenly. And it might have not appeared to you as an addiction, but it was standing in your way of more spiritual growth and embodying your 5D more. And I could see in the previous readings that the feminine was kind of anxious for a change, and any sort of change for the positive. Just give me an answer. I don't care what it is. I just need to move forward. And got something, definitely got change in maybe a way that you didn't expect, the divine feminine didn't expect. And the divine masculine has also had something really big happen in the external world that initiated him moving forward towards this union and towards this new life that he needed to have a change in some sort of area of life, or all the areas of life, to begin anew. Now the current energies for today and tomorrow are pretty calm for the divine feminine and divine masculine, even though it's pretty big energies. It's more understanding, but for the union energies, there's so much energy. There's so much energy for our third energy. The divine feminine definitely feels this sort of change ending with whatever this last purge was, last healing was, last bit of change or decision that needed to be made, even if it was unexpected, even though you might have thought, I did everything I needed to do, I purged everything, I healed everything. There was one last bit, and it probably makes sense to you now, whatever happened recently. Same with the masculine. He's more at ease and more loving and in a more caring, nurturing state after this sudden change in his external self, external world also. So we're very much mirroring each other here. We're getting very close to union. The union energies are definitely back. In recent readings I've done, I had all the 10 cards come up for the feminine and the world and the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card for the masculine. And the pages. It was just a bunch of beginnings and endings. It was just very clear. There's a lot of endings and beginnings going on. The masculine is still here thinking about how to offer this cup to the feminine, but I think he knows he has to, because the union energy is very victorious. Okay, so both the masculine and feminine are very aware about this union. Know it's happening and happening soon. I'm going to pull a quick clarifier. Okay. Yeah. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's this offer. There's a possibility that the union, this offer, is this week. There's a very big chance. There's a lot of energy coming through. A lot of last minute endings and confidence on both sides about this union. And pull a clarifier. Yeah, there's so much energy, restless energy. There's just so much going on with the union energies right now. And for the weekend energies, how this is going to play out. We have the Six of Cups for the feminine. Very positive and beautiful energies. We have both the masculine and feminine walking away from their old life. This is a pretty big change. If you had relationships before this, you understand you're going to grow in that relationship. You're going to learn a lot, experience a lot. But this relationship is a gut feeling, a knowing that your whole life is going to change. Both masculine and feminine are going in a little bit over the weekend. Let me pull some clarifiers for this. Oh, wow. So we have the masculine coming in really fast with this long-term offer. He's coming in with this truth. He's done his little bit of going within. He goes in within. So he goes in a little bit to think about how he's going to move forward and offer this cup. He makes a decision to leave behind his past because it's for his higher self, it's for his highest timeline, it's for his good. Comes in with his truth. He's still a little nervous coming in with his truth, but he can see that it's kind of faded, almost like he comes in with his truth and then it's out of his hands now. Then it's up to the feminine. The feminine might feel like the masculine isn't telling the complete truth or trying to play some sort of mind game. Because this isn't a traditional kind of relationship. It's more spiritual. It's a new kind of relationship, and you know, it's like you're gonna have to figure out how to navigate this kind of relationship. But what's here is the truth on both sides. It's leaving behind the past, leaving behind the worry, and just going for it. I do see some reunions here. I do see a wave of reunions here. The masculine is mustering up his strength, knows that he has to do this, say his truth. It's so fast, and it's kind of, it's nerve-wracking because anything you say or do or propose or the masculine knows, and the feminine, that this is, once I make this move, that's it. And the feminine knows this too. It's just, it might be tricky with the words and the wording. So I would say kind of go into this embodying your 5D self, looking at it from the big picture, maybe seeing where the masculine is coming from his heart. Maybe he might not say exactly what he's means to say. It might come off the wrong way. Let me see what the feminine can do for that. Yes. maybe kind of understand that he had to make a lot of difficult decisions in order to even approach the feminine. And the masculines know that the feminine really sees the innocence here and is kind of excited by any movement on your part. Whether you think it comes off well or not, it means a lot to the feminine. It brings out the inner child in the feminine. So I would tell the masculine to embody your inner child. Come forward. With a sense of warmth. You can't go wrong. All right, there's a lot of energy this week. I can feel a lot of energy right now. I feel there's a lot of reunions happening this week, and my only advice is to come through with it with love, just a lot of love. All right, that's it. Thank you. Until next time. I wish you a lot of love and light.